Hello and welcome back for more Run and Bun. Today, I'm probably not doing a long stream. I'm basically just going to be preparing for Brawly, since I did run out of time last time to do everything I meant to do, but I guess we'll see how long I can stare at a calculator for before I get hungry. But welcome Jan, welcome Ciderman. I started getting stream set up earlier, and got everything set up. But then my OBS was lagging, so I ended up restarting my computer and needing to get everything set up again. So actually starting the stream took longer today than it really should have. But anyway. Yeah. First thing I'm going to be doing is, I guess, the one trainer battle I'm gonna be able to get done. Although, before I do that, I should probably actually level up my Pokemon. Because that's kind of important. There is a new level cap now that I beat the boss trainers at the end of last stream. Starting with Copper the Grottle. He only learns Roar, which I don't think is going to be that useful compared to the other moves he can get. So, passing up on that. And there's Spurious, which I guess I need to check. Where's... There it is. A welcome chicken warrior. Tortuga. We get Ancient Power and Brine, which is interesting. What moves am I gonna want to get rid of? But thank you for the health check. 1 second. Health has been checked. My model is very pretty, thank you. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So, do I get rid of something for Ancient Power? Aqua Jet's pretty important, Smackdown's pretty important. I think Fight's important. Ancient Power not so much. I mean, I'll probably just take a... I guess I'm not sure what I'm gonna want. A welcome full dress. If that's how that's supposed to be pronounced. How am I doing? I'm doing well, thanks. How are you? I think in terms of utility, Brine is probably going to be the best option. And I could always get Hidden Power again later if I really need it. Great, and then... Salt the Toad. I can replace Bubble with Bubble Beam. That's kind of a no-brainer. Probably worth keeping the rest of these over Bubble. Then for Celia, I do get Magical Leaf, which I'm not sure whether that's going to be... I'm probably just gonna replace Poison Powder, aren't I? I don't see Poison Powder being all that useful. It's only really for getting around... something like Focus Band, but with Focus Band... there are probably better options. Oh yeah, and then for VGen, I'm gonna need Draining Kiss or Struggle Bug, which is more temporary. And I don't think I'm going to need Struggle Bug anymore anyway. But I can replace Draining Kiss with stronger bug moves later anyway. But losing the special attack drop isn't great. I think Ingo is kind of hurting for move slots. Protect is basically a given. Air Slash is his strongest move. Sleep Powder is very good for... well, everything really. At least with Compound Eyes. I think I get rid of Ember. Flame Wheel is just stronger, plus his Lapede is stronger on the physical side than special. One is going to be the level cap until I actually manage to beat Brawly. What am I doing? So I haven't really look into what to do with Percy at all yet. I just kind of caught it and left it at that. But now that I think about it, I don't have to worry about this yet. I can just go into the next Brawly and then worry about the rest of my Pokemon. I used that was a little bit of a waste of time. What am I doing? There we are. So if I'm a little scatterbrained at the moment. Alright, let's go ahead and review this next fight. After I actually export my new sets, hang on. Scripting. Copy. Paste. There we are. Okay, so starting with this beat barrel, it is just going to Super Fang and Pluck. And I can guarantee take it out with Razor Leaf Absorb. I should not hold an Oranberry or anything here because it would just get eaten by Pluck, or with Pluck. But that's going to do at most 50%. And that is rounded down, followed by 18. So that put me at between 17 and 21, which I believe always beats in. Yeah, that always beats in Bonita. That should never be anything except Flame Wheel. Then I can go into Tortuga. The Flame Wheel. Which I guess can crit, can't it? And I think Flame Wheel also has a burn chance. I guess I can double check that. Yeah, 10% chance to burn. So I will probably want to freeze status to make sure that doesn't happen. If I pre-poison, welcome, your character model. Yeah, it is pretty new. I think I started using it it's been less than a week. Yeah, it was on Saturday when I first debuted it, so still very new. The crit Flame Wheel does at most 5 damage. Crit Double Kick does 26 plus 26, 52 at most. Wait, I don't have to worry about getting hit by it twice, do I? I don't. Because even if it goes for Play Rough and I get attack dropped, I still have a guaranteed 2k with Smackdown into Aqua Jet. Looks nice, thank you. I am very happy with how it turned out. Yeah, if I switch in one Flame Wheel and take a double kick and 2 ticks of poison, which would be 14 damage. That still only brings me down to 11. What's the minimum amount of damage I can take? 4... 15... plus 14 from poison, so 29 total. So anywhere between 11 and 27. My color scheme is pretty. Thanks you, I do. I basically just took my favorite color scheme and slightly tweaked it to fit the design. I'm glad it turned out well. I meant 11 to 27. That guaranteed it's Mega Drain from Electros. Or from Electric, I mean. The Electric... I guess it's either Mega Drain or Shockwave. Either way, I can go into Roselia. Does it ever use Super Fang on the Switch? I guess that's a good question. I don't think so, because it sees it kill with the other moves. So it should never go for Super Fang. The most I can deal on the Switch is 11. Bring me down to 46. I do not have to worry about Toxic. I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed Super Fang. I do get a 2-hit KO with Sludge. Guaranteed. No, it has Citrus Berry. So does Ponyta, actually. Maybe I need to rethink this. Is it -1 attack? It can deal... Well, I can deal 54 damage, which will not kill after Citrus. Which means I'm potentially taking another double kick. If I'm holding an Oran Berry, will that heal me enough? I don't think it does. Would it be better to use Palpitoad? From Flame Wheel, I can take 18 damage at most. Then if I'm burned, that deals... Or damage a turn? Yeah. So 45. Next turn, I take 34 damage from Play Rough at most. Brings me down to 11. Which can lower my attack. And I could take 4 damage from burn, takes me down to 7. Mudshot does 32 minimum. And then Citrus Berry heals it up. Is Citrus Berry healing rounded up or down? I think it's rounded down, right? It's not saying... %. So 12 or 13 is to be on the safe side. I can assume 13. It does drop its speed, so I outspeed on the next turn. At which point Bubble Beam is a guaranteed KO. You look for Brawly's team, but you can find player for Citrus Berry. This is not Brawly's team. This is a trainer I need to take out before getting my last couple encounters. And once I have my last couple encounters, I can actually start planning for Brawly. You're not sure you've ever used one before? Citrus Berry? I mean, it's kind of a useful held item. But anyway, I'd be 3 HP maximum or minimum. Or if I'm holding an Oran 13 minimum. Or if I don't have to Rost Berry, do I? I don't think I have access to those yet. Maybe not. Yeah, Oranberry would be my best option. Like, obviously guarantees electric. Or does it? I outspeed everything else. Electric does have a slow Oko. If I'm that low. As would Sunflora, so the question is, am I ever high enough HP to bait Sunflora instead of Electric? Let's forget about Oranberry. I don't think it's necessary right now. So the minimum damage from Flame Wheel is 9. Minimum damage from Play Rough is 19. And 39... Yeah, so that always beats Mega Drain. And only Mega Drain. Okay. Is that figured out? I can switch Roselia in on Mega Drain. which is 3 damage on a crit. Only 2 damage on a non-crit. Then if I... I think I have a 3-hit KO with 2 sludges and an absorb. Oh, welcome, PV. It'll never shockwave. Or it'll never toxic at least, and it'll never mega drain. It'll almost certainly super fang on the next turn. The minimum damage sludge, 27. That's exactly half its HP. Always triggers Citrus Berry, which will heal it up by 13 or 14. So 41 HP at most. I take the Super Sang. Get down to 27. Alright, that still baits Omi Super Fang. Makes math easy, I guess. Then I can sludge again. Do I sludge again or do I absorb? It's probably better to sludge in than absorb rather than absorbed and sludge. Because if I absorb first, then I'm taking more damage from Super Fang. The benefit to using absorb first is in potentially healing more. Yeah, it's probably better to sludge and then absorb. The sludge does another 17 minimum. Another Super Fang does 13. Then I can finish her with absorb, which heals me for at least 1. And for at most 7? They'd be at 15 to 21 HP. So that would bait in... You should show your equations thing on stream? Oh, I had my calculator up. I guess it... Until it's supposed to be visible, I guess it... Decided it didn't want to capture the right window. There we are. And I'm like... Oh yeah, that probably messed up when I restart. Yeah, that's definitely causing some lag as far as I can tell. And maybe it looks fine on here. But It's like golden. Let's see, 54. It messes with my voice. Weird. And that didn't even fix it. I guess I'm not really sure what to do. Hello? Did that work? And is this... Alright, how is this? Clearly, my computer does not want to let me capture my calculator on stream. So... I think... that's... I guess that's not an option, unfortunately. I'm not really sure why my computer is doing this, but I guess that's something I'm gonna have to figure out later. It also means after I actually catch my Pokemon, I'm probably not going to be streaming my calculator after that because, well, clearly my computer doesn't want me to do that. Anyway, where was I? Calc is short for calculator. You're not wrong. So I guess you'll just have to sit here and listen to me talk about my calculator without actually seeing it. Sorry about that. Great, so I was calculating the maximum damage I can take with Warren Berry. It'd bring me down to 27 HP. After Warren Berry, that puts me at 37. A second Super Fang to me at 19. And then I would heal up to 20 after an absorb. And that should never bait in Sunflora. Like, guarantees Dustox is next. Read it in a TikTok comment once, but it's not well known. A funny story about that meme is I heard it a lot in the context of Nuzlocking Run and Bun specifically. Well, not necessarily Run and Bun, but Nuzlocking in general. We kind of assumed that that's what the meme was about. Only to find out that apparently it's not exclusive to the Nuzlocking community, and I have no idea where it actually comes from. But anyway. I would bait in Dustox. What meme? The calc is short for calculator meme. Comes from a video. I'd have no idea what video that is. Yeah, that should always bait Venoshock from Dustox. What's Infestation as custom AI, which I guess I can check. There are a few specific damaging moves that do not have their damage rolled normally, and those are never considered the highest damaging move. These moves are Explosion, Final Gambit, Relic Song, Rollout, Meteor Beam, damaging trapping moves, including Infestation in this case, and Future Sight. This guy was rage baiting someone acting like they can do simple math without a calculator. I see. They just started saying calc is short for calculator, chat, as he did not know. Yeah, that's the bit that I always hear. All of these moves, with the exception of Explosion, Final Gambit, and Rollout, still have to check. We'll have a check to see whether they kill the target mon. If so, the above boosts for kills still apply. It will just never get the +6 or +8 boost from being the highest damaging move. They also have separate AI that is listed later in this. I guess Here we are. Damaging trapping moves. Great, so Pokemon always have a chance to use trapping moves. So it cannot keep Roselia in on the Dustox, I think. How much does Infestation do? As its residual damage. Is it 1/16th or something like that? No, it's 1/8. That's kind of... Actually, I definitely cannot stay in on this ever. Yeah, I would immediately need to switch to Vivian, I guess. on either a Venoshock or Infestation. One-eighth of Vivian's HP. That'd be 8 damage, I guess. But yes, worst case scenario. Infestation should never matter. Should never matter, I don't think. It's the AI for Ruse. I know the healing AI in this game was I've taken the liberty of hiding the AI deciding whether it should recover logic in this section, since it's a little bit long and often irrelevant. I don't know why it's not all in the same spot. If Sun is active and AI decides it should recover +7. If either Sun isn't active or AI decides it shouldn't recover, it recalculates whether it should be recover using 50% healing and thus. And this move becomes identical to the recovery moves listed above. But welcome, Alter. How am I doing? I'm doing well, I think, so... For whatever reason, my computer does not want me to stream my damage calculator. But, it will not use recovery moves if at full... or at 85% or higher. It should only ever have a chance of healing after I attack it once. At which point it's not going to matter. Because if I air cutter it once, then it's going to be in... It's going to die before it's able to heal. Because it can't decide to heal before that, and it's slower than I am. Anyway. Right, worst it can do is finish shock for 24 on a switch. That's a max roll crit. And then get another max roll crit on the next turn. I'm gonna have to hold Hecaberry for Toxic just in case. Oh, welcome Mitomi. You can just hug me. I'm guessing you're seeing my new model for the first time. But I'm glad you like it, if that's the case. When did the model debut? On Saturday. So it's been less than a week now. The model's insane. And a good way to take it. You miss it? You don't have to worry about that. I know you've been really busy with college work. What's the least amount of damage I can take here? I guess 18? No, not even. 10. You always want to support me in any way. I appreciate it. I guess. I'm not entirely sure what the best way to handle this Sunflora is. I mean, if I'm high enough HP to stay in, which I may or may not be, and I can just do a KO with Air Cutter. If not, then I'm gonna have to switch out. Oh, looks like ads are starting in a couple minutes. I used to VGen can potentially bait Leech Seed, Grass Whistle, or Sludge Bomb, never Energy Ball. Which is actually kind of a pain. How do I handle this Sunflora? And Roselia handles it pretty easily. Potentially. Unfortunately, I don't have Poison Barb, otherwise this would be easily doable. Wait, what am I thinking? Even without Oranberry, this always baits in Sunflora. Or always baits in Dustox because it turns an Oko on the Sunflora. You were so confused why I said Sunflora and VGen? Yeah, they're definitely not in Emerald normally. It looks like ads are starting here, so I should take my break and be back in a few minutes. Sorry, I'm back. I was figuring out the rest of this fight, and I finished and realized that ads only had 1 second left, and I still needed to refill my water, so I had to go do that. But, anyway, let me get my team ready. Welcome back, thank you. So again, do I need to pre-status at all? Great, I think I need to pre-status his Lapede at least. I can pre-poison to prevent sleep. Is that what I want to do? I think I have a better way of doing this, actually. If I pre-sleep... No, that's not pre-sleep. Pre-paralyze... Yes. And no, that's not gonna work because I need B Oranberry. Or do I? I don't need the Oranberry if I'm not pre-poisoned. Probably better this way, actually. I've never done these hard Nuzlocke versions, but you want to. I mean, I have a lot of fun with it. I would definitely recommend trying it if you're interested. Wait, I need Berry here. You don't want orange berries anywhere else. Actually, don't want to. Re-paralyze. I mean, it's better if I don't. Doesn't really matter that much, but. Basically, my plan is to pivot through Spurious into Zoilus. To make sure that Zoilus never comes in on a sludge bomb. Seems like solving a puzzle using Pokemon, basically. Oops. Let's not do that. Okay, pre-poison Zoilus. Do I have any other... I don't think so. Yeah, I'll be fine. I don't think any other held items are going to help me here. With Kafra, Ring, Amar. Here we are. Go. Spurious and Zoilus. I really hope I'm not missing any details here. I forgot about overroll damage. Let me grab a potion. Guess we'll grab a couple. Get some great balls. There we are. And I guess I go heal and poison again. Apply poison. Use Zoilus. Now I potion. Okay. Finally time to actually battle. Oh, welcome, little mama. This is one of the best Pokemon. Which one? Are you talking about the game or a specific Pokemon? And anyway. Finally go time, I guess. Needs to be barrel. This should be guaranteed Super Fang. And I can Razor Leaf. The game? Have you played Run and Bun or are you talking about base Emerald? I get the Oko. That makes things easier. That's not supposed to happen. I guess I'm already steering. Why didn't that happen? Oh, I didn't take enough damage. That's why. That's unfortunate. Okay, so this should be guaranteed Sludge Bomb. I can go ahead and use my original plan, pivot through Spurious into Zoilus. Never mind, I guess grass types can be put to sleep with Grass Whistle. I don't think that's a bad thing, but unexpected. Guaranteed Energy Ball. It doesn't really matter what move I use here. I'm just gonna... Wait. Hang on. It's actually better if I Bug Bite here. Because I outspeed. It should never grasp a solo's turn becoming poisoned. And the next turn I just knock it out. Your Tuga's water rock? Yes it is, which is why it always baited in guaranteed energy ball. And it was never going to use energy ball on the Switch. Which is why it ended up being the perfect pivot. You like Centiskorch? Honestly, I never really knew it was a thing until Run-In Bun. But anyway, I can just knock this out with the Flame Wheel. That baits Ponytail, which will always Flame Wheel. And I believe I'm back on the original line that I planned, because now I can just switch to Frig on the Flame Wheel, which is what I was planning on doing after the barrel got knocked out. Getting burned is fine. Now I mud shot. Frig on a frog. Frig is the frog. Is Citrus Berry. And then Bubble Beam guaranteed knocks it out. Thanks to the speed drop from Mudshot. That's speed in Electric, which should always Mega Drain. Now I can just go into Roselia. Ring is short for frog, by the way. Is it? I guess from a text point of view, it is slightly shorter. Its eyes are more narrow than O's. Right, and I just spam Sludge. Wait, I clicked the wrong move. My bad. Okay, now I Sludge. Activate Slumberry. It should be another Super Fang. I'm high enough HP. Wait, that doesn't even matter anymore because the Sunflora is out of the picture. So I guess we just Sludge again. Now it's just Dustox, which I can just switch to Ingo for. Then a Shock gives you the Daughter Infestation. Now I can Sleep Powder. If it were Infestation, then I probably shouldn't be Sleep Powdering here, but Anyway, I can just air cut her twice. Maybe it's the type of guy to have the MILF, Man I Love Frogs shirt. The picture of a smiling frog face. I can see it. Anyway, things didn't go exactly how I expect for them to, but that's fine, I guess. Anyway, time to catch my new Pokemon. It is a guaranteed electric type. I guess this is fine. Wait, did I deposit an item? No, I didn't. Horsea is one of your favorite Pokemon? I do really like Horsea. Wait, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this in Oranberry just in case. So the encounter on this route is a guaranteed electric type. And I want either something good for Brawly or something with static. So anything except Dynamo is good. Do I have my repel on or off? There we are. No such thing as too safe. True. I suppose too safe would be having or investing too many resources into negating implausible risks, but anyway. We have Maripa's our encounter here. So let me pull that up in the calculator. It's level 12. And I believe its highest damage is Thunder Shock. It is. So I can stay in as long as I am above 5 HP. I think that's doable. Alright, just put to sleep. It might. Here we are. How difficult is Mary? And not difficult at all, it looks like. May as well save my great balls if I can. Nickname time, I guess. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. From Sumerian mythology. Insoon? Meaning Lady of the Wild Cow. Interesting. Makes catch rate that high when it's asleep. Well, its base catch rate is 40-something%. And sleep boosts it by... I'm not sure. I can check. That's for Generation 1. Generation... That's a bit... be looking at... Where's the sleep modifier? I'm not... It looks like... Mic is cutting out a bit. Hopefully my... computer isn't completely... having... or, isn't going to be having issues long term. But anyway, it looks like the odds of catching that on the first ball were potentially guaranteed. Okay. So... next encounter... Yes, I can take a closer look. Brave nature, that's pretty bad. It is static. Honestly... mostly good IVs, I think. Its defenses could be better. But that nature definitely hurts. Welcome, butterflies. I do want to lead with the Pokemon with the static. Yes, this is fine. So because I have a Pokemon with a static in the front of my party, I'm not gonna get more Great Balls in. Not sure I can afford that right now. Basically, there's a 50% chance of my encounter being forced to be an electric type. And in Granite Cave, I can encounter a Togedemaru, which is one of the best Pokemon in the game. So there's a 50% chance of encountering Togedemaru forced with static. And a 50% chance that it's just the normal encounter table. Which is, I believe, 5% chance of Togedemaru. The worst Pokemon... like... would be... I believe you... which is a 20% chance, well, 10% because of static. But basically everything else I can encounter here is pretty good. Ideally, it's just Togedemaru. Dampy. Not Togedemaru, but not bad. Have I fought Brawly yet? I have not. I am definitely not fighting Brawly today. They put it to sleep. They didn't pray enough. Sorry to disappoint. Wait, what's... Nanu... Paya is married, but still... Unfan wouldn't be bad, it's just not Togedemaru. Yeah. They've not praying hard enough, so you don't have to apologize. Alright, Fanpy is caught. Ike is cutting out again. I really hope that's not a long-term issue. This is an interesting name. Read a lot? It's Germanic. Means need peace, apparently. Alright. As your grandpa's name? Really? Am I pronouncing that right? Right. At my encounters, game has been saved. I could stick around and do calculations, but my computer doesn't want me streaming that for whatever reason, so... You're being a jokester, I see. I guess I can pick out the details on my new Stampy. I think that's good nature. Zero attack IV is rough. High speed at least. Oh yeah. I guess I'll find someone to raid. And about the technical... Who do I want to raid right now? I could raid Sada. Pretty sure I raided Quake last time. Alright, well, if you're watching on YouTube and would like to join the raid, feel free to switch over to Twitch. Next stream should be Saturday. Hopefully, I don't have to deal with any technical issues at the time. But my Dungeon Defenders challenge with Warden on that day. We'll see how that goes. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.